Hello and welcome to The Sun Down Under. I am Felicity Cross, Deputy TV Editor, and I am here with all of the jungle gossip, coming to you today from the JW Marriott Hotel in Surfers Paradise, which is where the friends and family all gather to meet and greet the campmates as they head back into civilization from the bush. Now, I've been here this morning to meet and greet Frankie Dettori, who is fresh from camp, obviously as the series' first evictee. We were able to wave him into the hotel before he saw the group of friends and families, and I asked him what was the first thing he was going to eat. And perhaps unsurprisingly, it wasn't a massive burger, but was something much more healthy.
The first person to leave I'm a Celebrity 2023 as a result of the public vote is Frank. Yes! Oh!
So Frankie was in good spirits. He didn't seem too affected by the fact that he was kicked out first. But we'll be chatting to him later to hear exactly what he thought about his time in camp, how he felt about flunking those trials, and how bad the rice and beans really are. So I'll have all of that for you coming up in tomorrow's podcast. But for now, let's dig into a little bit more gossip from behind the scenes. Before that eviction happened, I caught up with Nigel Farage's girlfriend, Laura Ferrari, who has landed on the Gold Coast ready to support her man on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We were able to grab her at the airport as she emerged fresh from her long-haul flight, looking absolutely bloody fabulous. Well done, Nigel. She shared with me her secret beauty tip, which was a facial mister, which was part of the reason she managed to look so fresh. She was wearing a khaki two-piece and a linen shirt, and couldn't have been nicer as we chatted. I asked her all about what life at home was like with Nigel. Of course, they've been out of the spotlight. Their relationship's been secret for 6 years. I wanted to know what those 6 years have been like. So as she rushed through arrivals, she was able to give me a little bit of an insight where she told me, hoovering, no, he definitely doesn't do any of that. You can read all about that in today's Sun newspaper and hear about exactly why she decided to come out of the spotlight, go public with the relationship after so long, saying that she thought it would be weird if she didn't. So you can read all about that today in the newspaper. Hilarious little tidbit from camp, which really made my day when I heard this because it's just so her. What I'm hearing from my camp sources is that Josie Gibson has been busy flirting up a storm with the cameramen. So basically, the other day when her and Frankie left the main camp to go and film Stumbling Blocks, that was the Dingo Dollar Challenge, she was busy flirting with those cameramen like her life depended on it. She had loads of fun, loads of playful banter that we all know and love her for. She told them how they were all looking really slim and tanned, which is hilarious. Just love that from her. She also was obviously fixating on one thing in particular, which she said that she was desperate for a coffee. And she was also asking them all about what the ITV staff canteen was like and the kind of food that they were all eating behind the scenes. Love it, Josie, never change. And finally, a little bit more gossip about Nella Rose. Now, Nella Rose unfortunately continues to struggle in that camp. And we're told by our sources that before she triumphed in the Fright at the Museum trial, she was the closest to walking than she'd ever been. She was considered a real flight risk by staff on site. They managed to coax her into doing the trial, and thank goodness she triumphed in that. 9 stars out of 10, because that's hopefully now put her back on an even keel. So evictions rumble on at pace. It will be one campmate a night from now on until the final. So lots more gossip coming up. As I say, we'll be speaking to Frankie later and hope to hear from him, not just about his own journey, but also an insight into some of these big moments that we've seen so far. So why Jamie Lynn quit, what happened when Grace decided to call it quits, as well as perhaps a little bit more of an insight about those clashes that we've seen in camp between the big players like Nella, Fred and Nigel. So looking forward to that. Come back tomorrow to hear all about it. Meanwhile, my colleague Ellie Henman from The Sun, showbiz news editor, will be joining us here in Australia, and she'll be taking over The Sun Down Under and bringing you even more gossip from behind the scenes as the campmates begin to leave and share all of the gory details with us. For now, I've been Felicity Cross, Deputy TV Editor, here on Australia's Gold Coast, and this has been The Sun Down Under. Add us to your playlist to come back tomorrow morning for all the goss. Bye!